When you build a home, it's like starting a relationship. Most problems when building a home start off because you didn't know which questions to ask, or the builder didn't properly prepare you for what was going to happen throughout the process. You need to make sure you've asked the right questions, you trust them, you feel like things are getting started off on the right foot. You're going to be invested with these people, and these people are going to be invested with you. It is truly a relationship that needs to work, and you can prepare yourself properly by asking the right questions and having the confidence to move forward. Hey y'all, Mike Hines here with Oyler Hines of Coldwell Banker. We are the top new construction firm here in Cincinnati, specializing in so many new homes, so many great pieces of property, land, developments, and working with buyers like yourselves to try to find the best fit and the best builder for them. So today we're going to share with you 15 questions we share with our buyers that they should ask their builder in the interview process. So we're here today to share just a handful of those because we want to get you started off on the right foot. Most problems when building a home start off because maybe you didn't know which questions to ask, or the builder didn't properly prepare you for what was going to happen throughout the process. Of course, there's a multitude of other reasons, like maybe they didn't live up to expectations and all of those sorts of things. But really, when it comes to these questions, these will help guide you, help you avoid as many of the pitfalls that are out there as possible, and really get you started off on the best foot you can possibly be. So the first question I ask any builder, what type of builder are you? Explain your process. And this is kind of a loaded question. I'm not going to dive into all types of answers, but there's all kinds of builders. There's volume-based builders, production builders, essentially. There's semi-custom builders. There's custom builders. There's general contractors. So you want to understand exactly the type of builder they are. And a follow-up to that question is, what kind of clients do you look to work with? Because that's really a key question. They're interviewing you just as much as you are interviewing them. Next, do you work with subcontractors, or do you have in-house crews that build your homes? This is a really important question because most builders use a various different sub base to help build their homes. And if they don't have captive subs, or they don't have subs that are dedicated to them, it can sometimes be a slower process because those subcontractors go to wherever they're needed and whoever they work with the most often. So it's really important to make sure your builder, if they do use subcontractors, they have a great base to pull from, high quality, and they're very reliable when it comes to timing. Next question, what is your process? I can't tell you how many people go from one builder to the next, and each of the 3 builders or 5 builders or 10 builders all have a different process. You want to know this up front. It's great if they have a written document that exactly outlines how they handle this. That's the best case. That shows you a builder's prepared and ready. So let's be honest, a lot of these folks, they're just out there, they're building homes. They may not be great with paperwork and that sort of thing. But the key is, do they have a process and do they follow it? And do you know what to expect as you go through that process? Next question, how does your contract work? What is our agreement? What is the business deal? This is really important because as you look at the business deal, that can be cost plus, it can be fixed price, it can be management agreement. There's all sorts of ways that the business deal can happen. It's good to get a copy of the contract up front, meaning as early as you get the process really going, maybe not the first meeting, but understand how you are paying them. Cost plus means whatever the cost of your house is, there's plus something. Is that plus a percentage? Is that plus a fee, plus a management fee? Are you paying for extras? Who's responsible for builder risk? All of those things go into those questions. And it's really important for you to understand exactly what the business structure is up front. One of the most important questions I cannot push on heavily enough is, can you provide references? And that's not references from your cousin that you sold 5 years ago. That's recent references in the past 12, 18 months. You want to be able to talk to people on the phone, not just look at testimonials or videos. You want to be able to get really good quality information from the horse's mouth. And if you ever hear that everything was perfect, that's probably not true. I very rarely have seen a build go so perfectly that there was no issues. There's always going to be issues. It's when the issues pop up, how did the builder respond to them? This is key. And that leads me into the next question. What was the worst thing that's happened in the past 12 months, 18 months on a build? Tell me some horror stories so I can understand how you handled the way out of that. I really like this question because they tell you how they problem solve. What's their critical thinking process like? Would that work for you if that happens? Issues will always pop up on a build. There's surprises, you're digging underground, maybe it's a renovation. It doesn't matter what kind of project it is. There's gonna be things that are gonna pop up and decisions that need to be made. You need to ask them these questions to make sure you understand how they work through these issues when they pop up so you can be confident in it. How do selections work? This is really important as well because you need to understand exactly how you're doing them. Are they allowance-based or are they just items that have been selected? And if you want to make a change, there's a change order that flips them out. Both are good options. You just need to understand which ones are right for you. Custom homes may be more allowance-based. Production homes may be more specification-based. It can range. Every builder does a little bit different. There's no right way. Just you need to understand that, and with whatever's in your mind, is it gonna work for you? Because what they're hoping to do might not always fit the builder, even though that builder may be great for 100 other clients. It might not be right for you based on how they handle selections. Lastly, warranties. What is your warranty? Now, this is standardized in a lot of cases. The Home Builders Association, for instance, is a local and a national entity and organization here in Cincinnati and in the country that actually has the limited warranty. A lot of builders use this limited warranty, and we are big proponents of it because it's a standardized document. But some builders choose to have their own or don't have any at all. This needs to be figured out right away before you go under contract so you know what to expect after you move into the house. What does your 30-day punch list or 45-day punch list look like? What does it look like in a year from there? Are they still going to be around? You need to make sure you understand these things, and what are your safeguards for those? Now, these are just a handful of the questions that we're throwing out there in the video. If you want to download our complete list of the top 15 questions to ask any home builder, click the link below, and that'll take you to a PDF that has all these. Use these as you see fit. Obviously, not all of these are going to work for every single builder, but we find this is a great guide for you to really understand exactly what your builder is all about, feel confidence taking the next step. I'll leave you with one last thought. When you build a home, it's like starting a relationship. You need to make sure you've asked the right questions, you trust them, you feel like things are getting started off on the right foot. You're headed down a good path, because for 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, depending on the scope of house, you're going to be invested with these people, and these people are going to be invested with you. It is truly a relationship that needs to work, and you can prepare yourself properly by asking the right questions and having the confidence to move forward that rate. So if you have any questions, as always, reach out to me, Mike Hines at oylerhines.com, or feel free to leave a comment down the comments section, and stay tuned for our future videos. We have everything from discussing teardown lots to the top 5 new communities in 2025, and so on. Some great content for you if you're looking to build a home next year, maybe in 5 years. So as always, reach out. We hope to see you on the next video.